What began as a project during wartime of 1943 is finding new life of sorts in the halls of Columbus Academy. It's known as VikingWorks. It's modeled after a similar program at Lockheed Martin. And while the aeronautical engineers of years past built fighter jets and spy planes, today's students are creating the inventions of tomorrow. This group of students is working on an electronic skateboard. Another is working on a windmill. Others have invested their efforts into a high-tech drone.
There's no time limit on this, giving students and children opportunities to engage with something, prototype, tweak, rebuild, tear it apart, and build it again is important.
The VikingWorks program at Columbus Academy is all about giving their upper school students the freedom to create. After all, says Director of Technology Sean Cullinan, without Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works, we wouldn't have the F-35, the B-2 bomber, or the U-2 spy plane.
So we've applied that term to an initiative at the school where students can apply for funding to do an advanced project. And students can apply for up to $200 per student in budget money. If they want their budget to be larger than $200, they can bring other friends on board.
All while answering the question, how will this make the world a better place? Let's take the electronic skateboard group, for example. What started as a project by a pair of students has evolved into 15 students looking to solve a more public concern, the last mile problem for commuters.
So they've said if you take the bus to work, certainly you can walk to work from the bus stop. But they want to just provide some options, some different options for the travel from the bus stop to work and back.
While the projects aren't for a grade or a competition, that doesn't mean these students aren't doing real work based on their own research.
They could tell me before building this skateboard, based on their mathematical calculations, how fast, what the top speed would be. They could tell me what the cruising distance would be. They could tell me about the acceleration. And so they knew those things even before beginning work.
While most of these projects sound technology related, they certainly don't have to be. Academy's program is about giving students the resources they need to develop any project or topic that interests them. One group just getting started is hoping to test out the fun theory.
Started with a group who's trying to change behaviors, and so they found a stairway that was sitting next to an escalator, and they wanted people to use the stairs rather than take the escalator, and so they turned the stairway into a piano and found that people were interested and wanted to play the piano and hear the notes as they walked up the stairs, and so the traffic on the stairs increased greatly.
Eventually they want to turn one of the lower school stairways into giant piano keys. Think real life big. Aside from the money, the school will link students with experts and give them space to work. While before or after school and weekends are obviously a great time for them to make progress, when they work during school hours, Cullinan makes sure they have an audience.
So we'll set up workstations in high trafficked areas, and so we want our students building drones, electric skateboards in the library or in a common area. We want students, other students walking by and looking over their shoulder and checking in and saying, "What are you know, asking, what are you doing?" and giving feedback.
And together, making the world a better, more innovative place to live.
I remember hearing someone say, rather than asking what they're going to be when they grow up, ask them what they're going to do to make the world better.